Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to get in and create a tournament in the app and run a full-fledged tournament. So you just go into your host settings and go into the tournament setting there and click the button at the top, add tournament. So obviously you can see it's just kind of like starting up a regular league. You're going to figure out what your tournament name is and you're going to add that in. And this is all going to be public knowledge, so of course you want to make sure that you set the proper date and the time, so anybody who goes on to your affiliate page in the app will be able to see that tournament listed and figure out what the times are. Also, just as another added thing, what I would do as a suggestion is go and make a Facebook event as well. Those are usually pretty popular with making sure everyone's on the same time frame. So then you put your contact information just so people can get in contact with you about the tournament if they happen to see it online. And you can go ahead and pin the event if you like. Pinning it just means it's brought up to the top of your page. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and select a new image instead of the regular banner image. It's totally up to you, but we'll go ahead and find one here real quick. So reposition it just a little bit, make sure we save, and move on. Alright, so now we have our tournament. It's right there at the top. It's pinned. It's good to go. All we got to do is hit that start button. So, just like a regular league, you have to add in players. Any previous players that you've had in your leagues before will pop up, or you can create new players just like regular league. So we're just going to grab a few players that we have here ready to go. And get ready with our list. So, what we're going to do is go up into the matchup area and we're going to check everybody in. Note, this is different from regular league check-in. You can see up at the top right here, after we get everybody checked in, that there are 3 options for round robin, qualifying round, and playoffs. So round robin is basically just going to be kind of like your standard league. It's just going to throw you into a bracket and you're good to go. Qualifying round is something you can do to seed a tournament. So for those who don't know, seeding is basically just kind of spreads out, gives you some points you can do after a certain amount of throws to properly seed a bracket of players into their skill level. So we're going to go ahead and just go with 10 throws for now. We have 10, 20, and 30 in the app ready to go. And then from there, everyone's checked in. We're all good to go. We're going to go up and hit save. And then we're going to go into matchups and create new matchups. You can see there are none listed already. That's okay. We can go in here, select 2 players, and confirm. And that'll be a matchup that goes on. So as a reminder, in these matchups, they're not actually competing against each other. They're just going for the top score that they can, so they can try to get a higher seeded position. The higher the seed typically means you're doing better in the tournament. You don't want to have a low seed, or else you're going to be going up against very skilled players. So it even works when there are odd people out. You can just go ahead and select a single matchup, and that's perfectly fine. You can go ahead and hit that little plus button to zoom in on the targets there, make things a little easier to click. And we're just going to go through here real quick and score everybody through 10 throws. It's decided, and they move on. So from there, we have all of our scores ready to go. Everyone's seated. Our qualifying throws are done. Everyone has their own points. So what we need to do is create a new game. And creating a new game will allow you to go into the tournament proper. So in game 2, we go back to matchup, and we have to check everybody back in. We hit playoffs. This is the tournament proper. This is a proper seeded bracket. You can see everyone there is seeded by the scores that they scored. You can choose a single elimination or a double elimination bracket. Either one is perfectly fine, however you'd like to do your tournaments. Typically, we do double elimination. You can seed the throws by different parameters: total score, bullseyes, kill shots, etc. You can do the same thing with tiebreakers depending on how you would like to seed it. And for the best of, you can choose a single game best of or a 3-person best of tournament. So that would mean that they would do 3 matches against each other in a single round, and then the best of those 3 moves on in the bracket. Single game is a lot easier. It's just a singular game, and that's it. So then you're going to hit save and exit, and it'll take you back up to the matchup where you can see the brackets are ready to go. We have A bracket and B bracket because we chose a double elimination, and the matches are ready to to go. And from there on, you just score like it's a regular league. Pretty simple stuff. You just go into the matches and continue on until someone's eliminated and everyone's eliminated and someone's crowned the winner. If you have any issues with any of the matches not moving forward in the brackets, you can click on that match and send someone forward in the brackets one way or the other. So we're going to hypothesize and just say that this didn't work and I need to send myself forward. So I sent myself forward in the bracket and we're good to go. And then we'll add in the next matchups later. We can go ahead and delete that one bracket if we need to, and add in extra matchups later on if need be as well. You shouldn't have to do any of this stuff. This is just kind of a last ditch troubleshooting in case there is any issue. But if you play the matchups properly, they should go all the way through the bracket. No need for any sort of editing of the bracket. And in the end, one person will be crowned the victor and the tournament is over. And that's, in a nutshell, an easy intro on how to set up and run a tournament.